Hey everybody, I'm Nelson Knoll, lead pastor for Community West Church. And last Sunday, I was with some folks, and we worshiped on Sunday at their very large church in their community. And we worshiped online. And I was talking about their involvement in their church, and they said, well, we do Sunday school, and we're in a small group, and we have this program and that program, and they listed off all the stuff they were doing. And the woman said, and I really love our church because it has so many resources. And I thought about that a little, and I said to them, well, what about your mission in your neighborhood and workplaces? And it was for a moment there like a deer in the headlights. And then I could see the man in particular, and these are very mature Christian people who've been in all types of churches, including churches like ours. And I could just see the lights coming on for the man who sort of was saying, oh yeah, I used to be involved in a church that had an outward vision, but our church has gotten so involved with the things that we do for insiders that we just don't have time. That's what they said. So I then shared with them our simple church mission with a community vision. And what we mean by that is we're committed to doing three things in a simple church model: celebrate, connect, and contribute. We celebrate with our Sunday gathering, we connect through our involvement in missional fellowships, and then we contribute through our volunteer time and our financial contribution. And I said a big part of that is we want people to have the time to be involved in mission in their neighborhoods and workplaces. And my host said, well, he said, I love that vision. Then he said, we used to be involved in a seeker church. And I said, well, Community West isn't a seeker church. Community West has its core mission is discipleship. The core mission of any faithful church is discipleship. I'm just learning that you have to blowtorch the earlier end of the discipleship continuum where you're helping people come to first-time faith in Christ in order to fulfill Jesus' own intention for discipleship mission for the church. Of course, Jesus' vision for the church is found in the Great Commission, where he says, basically, as you go, make disciples. So the core mission of the church is disciple making. But the pulse of the church is as you go. So the pulse of the church is sending. And so that's why we always talk about being sent into our neighborhoods and workplaces. We always talk about what it is to join the Spirit of Christ who goes before you where you live and work, to invite you to allow your neighbors to serve you, and then for you to serve them, for you to extend hospitality to them, for you to get involved in each other's lives, and for you to share your own testimony of faith in your conversations and relationships with people that you live and work around. So one of the things that I'm learning in this church planting journey is that the mark of spiritual maturity is not more Bible knowledge or even an apprehension of biblical doctrines like grace or justification or adoption. The mark of spiritual maturity is giving your life away. The mark of spiritual maturity is love. Jesus says in John 15:13, greater love has no one than this, that he give away his life for his friends. So we talk about having a first facility, and I think having a first facility is super important for our church. It's a game changer for us. It helps us have long-term viability to be around for many, many years to come. But the goal of having a first facility is not to bring the ministry of the church into a building, not to proliferate church programming for insiders. The goal of a first facility is having a home base to strengthen our core so that the ministry of the church can flourish out on the edges. So it's a home base for worship and equipping so that the mission of the church can flourish out on the edges. So I look forward to when we have a beautiful first facility, and we have glorious worship, and we have beautiful spaces for excellent discipleship. But then you can expect me to say, now get out of here and do the mission of the church out on the edges. So I was talking to my hosts about all this, and they were just really being drawn in. And then we talked about this. We said one of the things that happens when a church gets larger, maybe beyond about 300 to 500 family units, is that the gifts of the people get muted and they get lost on the back pew. And I said to them that our vision for our church is to grow to a certain size, we hope, maybe somewhere between 300 and 500 families, then plant more churches. You've got to get lean again. You've got to break it up and send out gifted people so that the gifts of the people can be used fully in the mission of the church. So here's the ironic thing. The reason that American churches tend to become consumer societies that proliferate in programming for insiders is we're all trying to heal our lives. And the truth is that we need our lives to be healed, and we need our lives to be healed by the Spirit of Christ, our loneliness and depression and our addictions and all sorts of pain. We don't heal our lives by simply focusing on healing our lives. That's what Jesus meant when he said, to gain your life, you have to give it away. To fill your life, you have to give your life away. And so this is what makes me so excited about our simple church mission with a community vision, that at the end of the day, it's the way to gain the life that we all long for. And so I am excited about our simple church mission with a community vision, and I would just invite you to get on board and embrace it with me as well.